What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I am back with some more Age Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Skady. His opponent today in the red color, his name is DragonMaster36. Also playing as Oranos, the map is Marsh, and this is a Voobly ranked 1v1 match between, Skady obviously coming in third place in the BGO, and DragonMaster36, an obvious smurf. Straight as the ladder resets, we already see smurfing. No real surprises there. People want to wait. Some people want to wait to play on their main account so that they can get easy 1800s by playing the people whose ratings have settled into their proper location. So they play on smurfs to start off the ladder grind. And at the time of playing this game, I believe DragonMaster36 was rank 1. So we'll see if he retains that rank over the coming days, or even over the coming over these victories here of Skady, or defeats and Skady gets some rating points. But we'll see what happens. Always interesting to see these guys play, especially Skady comes out with some interesting stuff from time to time. Map being Marsh, God matchups being Oranos. I think this is going to be a good learning experience for a lot of you guys out there who play Oranos, because this is a fairly common matchup. Oranos is probably one of the more popular gods to be seen at the lower level on the Voobly Ladder. You see it quite a bit from 1600 to 1700. We don't see a lot of god variety there. Maybe you will see some Loki and some Egyptian and some Zeus, but beyond that, it's mostly Oranos players from what I've experienced. But yeah, we've got some relics to check out. We've got the Pandora's box. We've got Anvil of Hephaestus. We'll have to see that one's a good relic. Thundercloud Shawl, also a very good relic for this matchup. It basically just makes those Terma do even less damage. And the Bow of Artemis here. Now this one's not the best relic until mid-game when we start building Arcus, and sometimes we don't see Arcus in these Atlantean mirrors, because why would you not just keep building Terma? I guess the answer to that question is Arcus have 20 range and they deal with infantry much better. They're really strong units, and that's why you would build them. Anyways, we see Skady getting scouted out by DragonMaster here as he is doing his thing. Looking like a standard advance time here for Skady. Moving up onto these water buffalo while he's eating the deer over here. Doesn't want to be left short on food. Gonna have that extra villager queued up, ready to go. Get that temple going, and he will be advancing at 430. DragonMaster, on the other hand, is doing a similar thing, except without the swapping of villagers here. I kind of don't like the swap here onto the water buffalo away from the deer, because your villager walked this much instead of the villager popping out of your town center walking just this much. So you're adding walking time here. It's very minute, but you're adding walking time, and that's going to allow DragonMaster to have just a touch more food than Skady would have at this point in the game. There is the temple, and there is the Prometheus. And we're going to see Skady doing the exact same thing. Both players advancing exactly on 330. Marsh is a map where you can expect Oranos players to not botch this opening. Sometimes you get maps like Oasis where you only get like 2-3 zebra, and your giraffe and deer are really far away, so you can't really walk to them. And we'll see some like slightly later than 430, like 435 or 430. I can't speak. 435 or 440 advance times, just because the food doesn't come as fast if you're gathering from chickens or berries. But on Marsh, we're seeing basically perfect build orders here from both players. Hand axe coming in, 3 villagers on food, 2 villagers on wood, 2 villagers on gold, and Skady also grabbing his hand axe. Both players exactly the same builds so far. Interested to see if he grabs the pickaxe or not. I feel like he doesn't have the wood to afford both a military barracks, a counter barracks, and pickaxe. So you delay the pickaxe and don't build Prometheans is what I expect to see here. Grab that pickaxe a little bit later. And we can see that DragonMaster36 is also doing it. And while we're waiting here, if you guys have any ideas who these Smurfs are, I love a good guessing competition down below in the comment section. So do comment down below and tell me who you think Dragon Master is. Whenever you feel like you've worked it out. He could be anyone at this point. We do see the Valor coming in for Dragon Master, coming straight onto those Water Buffalo, but the mana's already here. These Oracle heroes are going to get pushed away at some point here. Potentially. He's still trying to just distract and get onto this Water Buffalo and gather as much of it as he can. We can see Skady struggling a little bit for the food here. Villager getting pushed away. He's trying to run back to the manor, and he does get in there. The garrison range of this manor is fairly high. And as the 5-minute and 10-second mark comes in, Dragonmaster decides to get out of there. He's done the damage he wanted. But is it enough? Was it a good enough trade? He's still got 3 Oracle heroes. So it's not like these guys died. But, oh, he's also getting attacked by a Promethean back at base. But he doesn't have anything to deal with this Promethean here. So Skady going to get a little bit of chip damage back as well. We do see these Prometheans coming in, getting greeted by the town center, going to get shot away. And I like that Skady didn't do the delete Promethean strategy, because that allowed him to do a little bit more damage over here onto these villages. You can see they're a little bit lower HP than what, well, actually they're about the same amount of HP, except I guess the big difference is that the Valor comes down onto a hero villager here, as well as some stronger heroes here with the double Murmillo and a hero Termo who's grabbing Pandora's box as well. That's going to be actually fairly big, because when we go heroic age here for Skady, you can grab those Satyr much faster, but Dragon Master gets the clearly superior Anvil of Hephaestus, and he's also going to spot this Bow of Artemis as well, so I'm sure he's going to grab that one. But just getting the Anvil of Hephaestus is gigantic, because it basically gives you Thor armor upgrades. Is that correct? Thor armor upgrades 10%? Yeah, 10% reduction in armory costs. So that's exactly the same as a Thor armory reduction. So really big advantage there for Dragon Master. 36, the 36th Dragon Master. We do see a big raid coming in here, but I love this building positioning from Skady. Leaves just a little bit of a gap here, which is totally fine, because it forces the units to get bunched up here. And if you react in time, we see a little bit of a raid coming over here. These Promethean does get picked off, and the Promethean offspring also going to die. I feel like throwing that one away is not the best idea, especially when your opponent has not used his Valor well. Losing some units over here. We see a Shockwave coming down. He's going to lose even more units. Huge win for Skady there, but does come down in one Shockwave. And this is not an important fight at all. So we've got about 4 minutes of time here where Dragon Master can come at Skady for a bit of a timing attack. He does pick off quite a few units. Dragon Master 83 pop to Skady 90 pop. So it's fairly close on the population here, even though Skady's picked off a couple of free units here. Dragon Master also picked off a Promethean. I guess Skady also picked off the Promethean offspring as well, I think. No, he still has both his Promethean offspring. Skady going to lose these units as well if he's not careful. They do run really fast, and these Terma are incredibly inaccurate. But here comes the timing attack. We've got some raids on the back, pushing forward. Villagers have to come off this hippopotamus that they just killed straight into that manor. That's a lot of resources lost. It should have thought about going for the boar. And basically, Skady has to wait for his Terma to come back in order to get this hump back. But it looks like he's moving forward, looking for a fight over here. Going to be able to surround these units really nicely. Dragon Master is not paying attention over here at all. But in the back, Skady's Terma getting attacked here. There is Dragon Master's Shockwave. Those Murmillos stay stunned for so long, and the fight continues here. This one's looking fairly even though. The Shockwave, when you use it on Murmillo fights, kind of doesn't do anything. It's a 1-second stun. The units fly away, and by the time your Murmillo are attacking, it doesn't do all that much, because the stun Murmillo stop being stunned, so they have to chase after the stun Murmillo and just don't get the attack starting very well. And Skady looks like it completely cleans that fight up. 108 population to 76, so Dragon Master 36 in a little bit of trouble right now. Going to be really struggling to continue in this game, I think. but he is retreating back to his base. We'll see a nice raid on here with 2 units, but it's going to get cleaned up pretty easily. We see the Valor coming down for DragonMaster, gets that nice hero citizen there. Does get a little bit of gather. We'll misclick onto the Crocodile. Probably going to lose that Terma, it looks like. A little bit unlucky there, but the Mermillo will be getting away with his life. And now Skady looking like he's ready for the offensive. We still have 2 minutes left on that Shockwave and 3 minutes 15 left on the Shockwave for DragonMaster. We see some nice markers from Skady picking off those Terma and then refocusing onto the Mermillo. You don't want to over-focus these Terma because if your opponent micros well enough, then you're just going to lose them. But we do see this fight coming in here, and it's looking like Defender's advantage is ensuing right now. There's a lot of red Mermillo here, but there is just the same amount of blue Mermillo. But it's looking like he's going to have to get out of here because there's just too many here. Eight Mermillo versus 7 Mermillo. Maybe it's not that bad. Running away from this potentially not the best idea. If you can pick off the Promethean, you got your own Promethean in the back. There's a couple of low HP units here, and Skady's going for his second town center while retreating here. Generally speaking, if you've ever watched StarCraft or any Day 9 videos, he has this saying, attack and expand. And I've kind of felt like that's what Skady was doing there. He was having this attack, but he didn't feel like he could win while he expands. But the timing of it was just a little bit off. He should have had this going up while he was attacking, and then he could retreat back to it and would have been up with no issues there. But DragonMaster decides not to chase Skady there, so that'll be totally fine. This town center will get up, and we do not see a second town center just yet for DragonMaster. And we see some raids coming in for Skady, looking for something to do. Oftentimes these raids don't do anything but distract, so you don't want to overcommit to them, and that's why we see Skady only sending 5 Mermillo forward. He's looking for something. There are some stray villages over here, and the Oracle is in perfect positioning here. You can see he spots these villagers. Going to be running in, but a couple of his Mermillo sit back here and don't go forward. The Terma are going to try and greet these villagers, but they're going to get into this manor. Manas are very, very strong indeed. Garrison there and then retreat back into the base. There's an interesting map right here. Marsh is normally very safe for your second gold mines, but this map is actually really, really bad because of this wood line here. It's going to block DragonMaster from getting this gold mine. So these 2 gold mines are effectively all he has. But he does have a nice mana here, a nice line of sight, so he can move back with these hunt villages onto the gold if he so chooses. But we can see that he's got 0 gold in the bank right now, and he really wants to go to that next age. Whereas Skady just pumping out villagers, going for the 3rd town center. Villagers getting raided over here. A huge maneuver from DragonMaster coming in right now. He is going for this. We see the Shockwave coming down to delay, get those villagers garrisoned. See some nice Terma micro onto the Termas in the back, but the Terma are moving around, so these arrows are missing quite a bit. But the medium Mermillo from Skady are coming in. We see some Promethean raids coming in. Would love to see those Prometheans just running onto those gold villages there. And we're forcing DragonMaster out of here at this point. Now we see some Mermillo moving in. Another an armory going up now for DragonMaster here. And the villagers are on top of this gold mine at this point. We'll see if Skady notices that one or not and sends some stray units over there. But just chasing these units away at this point is what he is preoccupied with. Villagers getting bashed away by the Promethean offspring, but they're getting picked up by DragonMaster's own Promethean offspring, and that'll be that. Running right past the Thundercloud Shoal. Not sure why that one's not a priority, and especially because as Atlantean, you get those heroes just in your army willy-nilly. You can just pick up relics as you go. But we do see the raid coming in now. Going to be moving in, but the villagers have already moved off that one. Knows he can't defend it, and we do see the gold mines coming through. We see Hyperion coming through for Skady, and DragonMaster also coming through Hyperion. Skady's is about 30 seconds behind though, so he's got to be careful to not die to any chaos pushes or anything like that, but his map is really nice and safe. He's going to have this 3rd town center up, going to be able to get his villagers going, and potentially even jump straight to the Mythic Age, whereas it's looking like DragonMaster's going to struggle a little bit to get there, but 1 town center, or he's going for a 2nd town center here. I don't know how much I like the Heroic Age into 2nd town center. If he had gone straight to the Mythic Age off of 1 town center, he could have had an advantage there of Tartarian Gate not being able to get dealt with. because you don't have any strong units. Things like that are very important to be thinking about. Well, nice raid from Skady. Picks off 2 villages here. Absolutely huge. We'll see if he makes a beeline for this gold mine, because he knows, or he knew, that there's no villages on this gold mine for a time there. But not going to be checking it out. Super unfortunate there for Skady. Lucky break for DragonMaster, but there is the chaos coming down for Skady on top of these units here. No chaos yet for DragonMaster, as the Satyr is going to be coming in with something like a raid coming onto this gold mine, just completely ignoring the army of Skady. Going to be trying to pick off all these villages, but there's 2 manas here to deal with. Now we're seeing we're seeing a nice Terma raid onto those Satyr in the back here. While this is all going on, Chaos comes down as well, and that's going to be picking off these units, but the Satyr doesn't get taken down. He gets targeted by the Promethean there, and that's a little bit unlucky, but the gold mine villagers are back onto their gold mines here. There's still this farm to be grabbed, and they're going to be chilling for just a little bit until they come back in, and Skady should garrison these villages yet again. Needs to deal with this. Well, there is the heavy Murmillo for DragonMaster. These Murmillo are starting to get very, very scary. And Skady, he's got a really good economy, full villages, or almost full villages. He's still building a couple, but he will be full villages very, very soon. And we are seeing him delaying this town center. 1 Murmillo hits it, delays it enough, and the other, 2 Murmillo have to hit to delay it enough, I guess. And there we're going to see DragonMaster cleaning this up, but the Murmillo jumping onto those citizens and jumping in and out. And that's going to be that for that Murmillo raid there. And that's going to be 3 town centers for DragonMaster. So some catching up here for DragonMaster to do to win this game, but it's looking like Skady is just getting ahead. And does he have a market up just yet? No market. He should be building that one fairly soon. We'll see it get thrown up, and he's going to go straight to the Mythic Age here. Wouldn't mind seeing like a Helios chucking up a palace and going for a destroyer push onto the back town center here, or even the hometown center to stop the Mythic Age coming through for DragonMaster. But oh my god, that's a gigantic raid. If he can pick off these citizens, they're just so strong. They take so long to die. We see Shockwave coming onto the Caraballs to let his Murmillo survive for just a little bit. That's 2 deaths, 2 citizen deaths. The rest should get out of here, or at least if they get market away, they're not running. And that's going to be 3 deaths. Potentially even 4, and these 2 gonna get away, and that's gonna be a little bit painful there for Skady. Those villagers were his lifeblood, but there's Hecate coming through right now for Skady. And DragonMaster, on the other hand, is getting fortified town centers. He's at 118 population. He's got a long way to go to catch up to the tech of Skady, but Skady doesn't have heavy infantry, and he's going basically pure archers at this point. So DragonMaster is going to be grabbing out those destroyers to react to the army composition of Skady here, because destroyers take next to no damage against all those pierce damaging units. And here we go, raid coming onto this gold mine yet again. Villagers running instantly away here, just because that's what their nature is when they get attacked. But we may be able to pick 1 citizen off here. And he doesn't quite get it as it jumps into that mana, but it's super close, and that's going to be some delayed resource gather time there, which is pretty big, as DragonMaster still struggling to get resources here as he's spamming villagers and Murmillo from everything. It's kind of looking like his town centers are just sitting at 0% as well, so he's going to be he's not going to be falling behind too far in the economy, because he picked off those villagers before, but he's just not going to be catching up on the economy at all, and he is already behind based on the fact that Skady went 3 town centers a little bit earlier. But there is the Shockwave, a couple more villagers getting picked off in the back while the fighting's going on. Don't know where the rest of Skady's units are. He needs them all over here, because if this gold mine gets picked off, I mean, Skady can move over onto this gold mine if he wants to. But still fighting this one, kind of down on the upgrades. These heavy Murmillo are so strong, but some medium archers coming in on the back. There's the Hecate. We've got 1 medium Terma moving in, going to be probably casting that Tartarian Gate in this area here in order to deal some maximum damage onto DragonMaster. DragonMaster still not going through to the Mythic Age, and we can see he's still not building any of these guys here. Terma in here. There is the Tartarian Gate going right down to that temple. Picks off Amplifer Festus and Bow of Artemis, now ready to get picked up. If that was his plan, he should have kept the Terma alive and not ran straight into the town center, but does not do that one there. Tartarian Gate now going to start bashing some stuff down, but there's really no villagers here, so this is probably not the best usage of Tartarian Gate. We've also got some heavy Terma, sorry, not heavy Terma, heavy Murmillo and heavy destroyers here. Going to be moving in to take out this Tartarian Gate, and it's going to die really, really fast. So nice response there, and it's looking like Skady doesn't really have an answer to what DragonMaster's done here. Like, he's done some damage, he's ahead on the tech, but he has no palaces, so he can't push. And this Titanium Gate's going to be down. All these Titanium spawns going to be down, and he really didn't do any damage with it at all beyond picking off a Central Tower and a Temple. Maybe delayed the resources from one farm here, but nothing else. So that's absolutely huge for DragonMaster. It's going to give him an avenue to make his own push when he hits the Mythic Age, if he ever hits the Mythic Age, given that his resources are really low and he's only got 20 villagers currently gathering. We do see Skady checking out gold mines yet again, but this gold mine over here, 1,000 gold left in it, is sitting pretty. Palace going to be taking out some of these units here. Looking good, but Skady he probably shouldn't be attacking here. Could potentially use the chaos here and pick off a Sate here, but he doesn't have any sort of siege, so we need to see some like fire siphon coming in here to pick off this location and potentially make some of those counter infantry units to pick off heavy destroyers here. So the Arc is just not the right move here. Maybe even Carabal's not the right move. Kind of need to get some Murmillo of your own out, some heavy or champion Murmillo of your own out. And Skady's economy is looking okay. He's kind of floating a couple of resources here. You want to be 160 pop if you can help it, but getting some destroyers out. He's making destroyers instead of fire siphon. A little bit of an interesting choice, considering he can basically protect those fire siphon with his Arcus. Can't really protect the destroyers from all the Murmillo because they just pick them off so fast. But it's looking like DragonMaster is going for the town center here, and he's not going to be. I think this is a really big play because this palace will fall, but then he'll be able to pick off the fortified town center of Skady, which has masons but nothing else, and masons and architects actually is pretty big, and he's defending over here, and DragonMaster is just, his army population is gigantic here. We are seeing the champion arc is coming in, looking like this town center is going to be going down really fast, but there are some hero citizens coming in to repair this, and it's looking like DragonMaster has to get out of here, and the palace goes down, but all the destroyers get picked off, giving DragonMaster even more time to play with here. But it's going to be a difficult one. Getting the palace back up instantly is the way to go, but still no fire siphon after Skady, still going for those destroyers. And these units for DragonMaster are going to be retreating into this corner here, which is a bit of a choke point, and they're going to be turning around looking for a bit of a fight here. Nice marker from the medium Murmillo to run away there, but the Murmillo are going to be seeing some villagers and going for them, trying to run them away, Skady, but they're going to be dying really quick. And while you've got these, I love this micro here, sending the destroyers into their deaths against the champion Arcus in order to try and pick up these citizens, but the citizens slip away, and there's another final shockwave now for DragonMaster. Skady's used all his god powers. DragonMaster's still not in the Mythic Age, but he's trading units so well currently, looking like his army is just really nice, and even making medium Terma now to pick off those champion Arcus, absolutely huge. Now these medium Murmillo have picked off that army for Skady, picked off a couple of citizens as well. He'll be rejoining his army over here, and we can see DragonMaster just sitting at 160 at 160 pop, whereas Skady's sitting at 116, so the tables have turned. That beautiful attack on the fortified town center, just distracting Skady's army, separating it into two different bunches of units, and he's done heaps of stuff here. And now the Murmillo raids spot the gold mine, and they are going for it, going to be able to pick off these villagers. There's 8 villagers here versing all of these Murmillo, 13 Murmillo, and this is absolutely gigantic for DragonMaster. He's going to get every single one of these bad boys. That's like losing an equivalent of 24 villages, because these cost 3 pop. They'd say, well, it's more like 2.5, so maybe not quite that, but you get it, 20 villages, whatever. Same difference. Doesn't get that last one, or we may get that last one, but that's gigantic for DragonMaster. He's now going through Hecate himself. Picks off the last villager. The Arc has destroyed some of those Murmillo, but now we look at Skady's gold economy. 0 gold income currently. Looks like he's moving forward to take this gold line here. Champion Arcus sitting in the back with only bronze upgrades. copper upgrades, and Heavy Murmillo, or the army of DragonMaster also with the copper upgrades. Not a big garrison in those relics though. Very, very good relics in order to get those upgrades, but DragonMaster's going to hit this Hecate really, really soon, and there's just no gold mines currently for Skady, and Skady taps out. DragonMaster takes the win there, even though it looked like he was super far behind. He managed to stay in there, and that is the power of army movement decision making in this game. Able to split up an army, which if it was a ball is just stronger, just like quantifiably stronger than the army that DragonMaster had, because he split it up, went for the town center, dealt with the destroyers with half his army, dealt with the town center, raided, and then he picked off that huge villager raid over here because there's no manners over here. Skady did not protect that one at all. Skady was not able to stabilize there, and DragonMaster gets the win there. Now, if you think you know who this Smurf is, because I don't, please put that suggestion in the bottom in the comment section below. We're super interested to see what you think about that one. If you enjoyed the video, please rate and subscribe. My name's Boit, and I will see you guys next time.